Hello, everyone. Welcome to Harvest Valley. We are so ready to begin. How have you all been? It's been a hot minute. All the way since 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Anything? Oh no! The cameras are in the wrong order. I'm gonna fix this real fast. Shh, don't tell anybody.
Okay.
We had 5 whole minutes.
I know. I literally did not notice it until right now. It's okay.
That's all right.
It's an easy fix. I got this.
All good.
I got this.
While you're
It's fine.
doing that, I'll make myself not a floating head.
That's silly.
The players keep complaining that
There we go.
now they're saying that the technical difficulties are getting worse. I'm like, but it sounds so good.
Yeah.
Like the audio has never been clearer, more crisp. I mean, I know everyone's cameras are messed up, but production quality is way up. But yeah, I mean, I swear, like the 15 minutes of technical difficulties at the start of the stream, it's like a huge draw for Twitch viewers.
Right? They all love that. Where we
Like
just
if you don't have it, I think it feels like you've sold out. You're no longer, one of the many crowd.
But you don't understand how many people don't watch Critical Role.
I don't watch
It's
Critical
like
Role.
7 billion people.
it's a lot of
Is
people.
it good?
You gotta tap into the not Critical Role audience. There's so much more there.
I mean, it's population of the world is how many right now? So-
It's
Too
nearing
many.
7.5.
So 7.5 billion minus, you said 7 billion people watch Critical Role? So only 500 million people don't watch Critical Role. I think
That doesn't sound right.
there's something wrong with this. Hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I never was going to be in the majority in anything, so this is totally fine.
Uh,
Oh my word.
well, I'm glad that's out of the way.
Sam,
Well,
how's
I
your
have-
week been?
I was super sick all last week, which was a huge bummer. That's pretty much all I got.
Well, I'm glad you're no longer sick. That's
Yeah.
very good.
It turns out when you're really sick with like a lot of coughing and sneezing and can't really go outside for risk of getting everyone infected, you don't really do much. So I don't have much to report on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, how about you, Adam? Any exciting?
In the past 2 weeks, I've been playtesting my game, which feels really good.
That's great. Yeah, I saw some of your tweets about that.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like it's really like coming together in places.
Yeah. It's very,
Nice.
very, very nearly there.
I'll need to bother you so I can read through what you've got currently because I haven't seen an iteration for a little while.
Sure thing. I'll
Yeah.
make that happen.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Anything else exciting going on?
Nope, that's literally taking up all my time.
Great.
Mhm.
Golden, how about you? How's your week been?
I think I'm slowly dying, but it's okay. I have Twitch emotes now.
I saw those in chat. They're very
if you
nice.
subscribe to me for $25, you can get the technical difficulties emote.
A
You
lot of
know,
money for
it's,
technical difficulties.
Well, as we've said,
it's not as good as my knitting octopus $25 emote.
I mean, the name Octopus is really good,
I know.
but technical difficulties are universal.
That's true. That is very true. Very, very true. I cannot deny that.
I maybe need to find a better artist to really like sell people on the technical difficulties.
I like it. I still like it a lot. Brilliant.
It's good.
Yeah. So I've been good. Last week was my anniversary, and
Oh,
me and my lady have been together for 11 years now, which is kind of a long time,
it's
turns out.
good amount of time.
And we didn't do anything exciting. We had pizza.
Did you say your comfort level is 110%?
It would be somewhat similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But she's still a sweetheart, and
Can she hear you right now?
I don't think so. Pretty sure she can't, actually. And I'm fairly confident she's not going to watch this VOD, but I still love her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much going on with me. So let's talk about this game. Last week we smashed the magical clock that makes, Harvest Valley. So, or Stockchester.
I don't remember what we did at all. I'm not gonna lie. I remember Grandpa Ned and I remember the train scene. And other than that, like, I don't know where I don't remember any of that.
I rewatched the last half of the episode to refresh my memory about Old Man Rollins and the whole train scene and my clutch roll where I spent both of my call-ons on the same roll and still almost failed, but it turned out all right.
Well, but then it bit us in the ass at the end when we needed your math. Great.
It's fine. It's fine.
You wasted it saving that rotten old man.
But
you know what?
If she hadn't wasted it, she would have ran away and not been able to help you anyway.
It would have been pretty funny. But I've avoided those
GM
consequences.
always wins.
We can
Sam.
all win together.
It's true.
It's true. We could all win together.
We found the train that had been stalled out, and we managed to get most of it back to town. And then we went and smashed the clock. After failing to convince the mayor to call off the festival of townsfolk adventuring with no training,
right.
or
They were about to go die in the cave.
yeah, in the Marble Dune. Yeah. So instead of letting that happen, we went and smashed the clock. And inside of the clock, we found a map that showed a bunch of tunnels underneath the town, and including a tunnel between the Faust Mansion and the mayor's house, and also a large cavern underneath the train yards. You don't know what any of that means. And the last kind of thing we did was Ned convinced Ashlyn to keep all of the animals on her farm. And before we could actually implement any of those plans, the session was called. And I believe the first thing on the docket is lifestyle. As we move in from fall into winter.
Yeah.
I mean, we should.
Every time the season turns.
When was the last time we did a trait vote?
Oh yeah, we should do that too.
Should we
Pretty
just
recently.
do that right now?
Yeah.
You want to do the trait vote first, or take care of the
Well, the trait vote
finances
takes
first?
a while, so we should definitely do the money first. But
Yeah,
like,
that way we... Yeah,
trait
that's a good
votes
point.
Take up, like at least an hour or two, because it always does. Usually, it takes like a full session.
No. All right. So money.
Money.
So who has money?
I have money.
Donna has money.
I have money.
Oh,
And my
Donna
wife
has money. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that Donna had money.
Business.
All right. Let's go find the moderate-sized business rules. Do 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 do.
you're
I just have to look at the index.
That's pretty expensive, I think.
Yep.
You would think I would prepare slightly, but I was too busy thinking about memes. Memes are very important to all of us.
Yes.
I went over and I looked at the trait vote page. I mean, it's a mess.
I'm gonna have to go over there. Maybe I can make it more of a mess.
I'm down with not doing it.
There
I
it
just
is.
post it because usually
We should do it soon, if
it's
not.
been a while if we don't do like.
I agree. Actually, I sometimes forget about trait votes.
There we go.
So I don't mind you reminding us.
If everyone's down, I think we should. But after we do this,
Let's take care of money business first.
Yeah, why is my camera so blurry all of a sudden? Whatever.
I don't know.
all right, who's going first?
I think Donna's going first.
Let's transition over so people can see the dice rolls. Maybe not Donna first. Adam seems to be dying over
I'm
here.
good.
Okay.
I just went over to the trait vote page and all I see is Dr. Donna in huge letters that take up the entire page. And I don't know why.
Exactly.
Which
Exactly.
means
Why
I need to
did
add,
this happen?
it's time to unleash my drawing of Dr. Donna that I tried to do in Illustrator, but it didn't work out well.
Why did somebody do this? It's so strange.
Oh my.
Yeah. I can't actually see
There
it.
you
We have to put them in the foreground.
Me art, please.
All right, Dr. Donna. Is that a cross or a horse?
It's supposed to be like a red cross, and this is supposed to be a coffee cup with coffee spilling out of it.
Okay, I thought for some reason
Supposed
she
to be a
was-
stylish haircut.
Okay, so she's not crawled inside a sawed-off tauntaun to survive the winter? Okay, we're good. We're good.
I tried so hard with all the wrong tools, and it went so poorly.
Come on, you have all those like layout tools. Couldn't you like make a picture in InDesign or something?
No.
No. I guess I don't know how
Maybe
InDesign works.
Photoshop?
Nah, everyone uses
It's not
Photoshop.
good at that. It's for making books.
I bet you could draw a character portrait with InDesign. I bet you can. You seem very confident about that.
It's time to do money for this ridiculous lady.
All right, Ops 3.
Are you sure you checked the book before that, or did you just choose the one that's impossible for me? Out of
Maintaining
spite.
a small business?
I was about to say moderate is more than that, I thought, but yeah, small business. That sounds right.
No, yeah.
Is
I
it a
agree.
medium-sized
seems legit.
business?
I mean, it's like a local doctor. I can't imagine
Mhm.
it's.
Yeah. I think
From
small
the-
business
Is
From
is
the thing
correct.
that
Well, isn't cottage industry one of them, or is small business the smallest?
Uh,
I don't remember.
Because it might be cottage industry. Like, I mean,
I
we're talking
don't-
about like a little teeny Harvest Valley.
I don't see anything. You're looking at page 3. Sorry.
I know you can buy it. I don't know.
372.
Yeah, it looks like Ob 3 is what you're looking at.
I feel like
All right. Are you going to get help at all? Does the gods of atheism help you somehow?
I mean,
Or
nope.
skepticism?
So yeah, that's an important question that we should talk about. How are we doing? How are Ned, Dr. Donna, and Ashlyn? What terms are we on right now, money-wise? Because I know when we were Ned, Ashlyn, and Esteban, we were pretty close with money, but I don't know with throwing Dr. Donna into the mix if that changes anything.
Would you like to ask the magnanimous Ned Rollins if he would spare some of his hard-earned money?
That is a very, very,
I forgot I'm not playing Vero tonight.
yeah, I'm like, that sounds like Prince Vero. You're
Train Baron Ned Rollins.
Here's the irony.
Ned Rollins and that
Ned
cash.
is just as rich as Vero. Vero is a prince, and Ned the carpenter, I'm pretty sure, is just as rich. Oh, actually, no, he's one die less rich.
It's still hilarious, but one die is a huge step in this system.
It's exponential, right? So like every step is more for sure. But still, he's super rich for a farmer. 4 resources as a carpenter is absurd.
I don't even have that.
It's just business savvy. What can you say?
Rachel, on the other hand, has a lot of money, but I don't think that Donna and Rachel are on that good of terms. But possibly Ashlyn, but she does not have nearly as much to share. You know.
I have a belief about helping you. So if you came to like, and we can play a scene or not as Golden prefers, but like if you maybe came, because I have a belief about helping you with your herbs. If you maybe came and were like, hey, like, Ned, I really appreciate it, but genuinely, I really don't need the labor. I need cash. There's like a good chance that I would do that because I have a belief. So if we want to play out a scene, we can. I don't know how you want to do that, but I could definitely see that being the case. Because that's the thing is like with that belief, Ned de facto is going to go like he's not used enough to having money where that's his go-to thing to help people, right? It's his go-to thing is to just like go build them a chair.
Yeah, I feel like something I do know about Donna is that she's kind of given up on salvaging that garden for this year, so she's probably making preparations for next year.
Yeah, we could totally have this scene because you have a belief about it.
All right, let's see that. So yeah, because that makes sense. Because like Ned would come to you to try to get to try to like help you. So maybe like we could do a scene where like I come try to be like, hey, like let me help you with your garden. And you're like, no, it's like it's dead this year. We gotta just look to the future. Do we want to do that?
I think we've already had that discussion, and maybe we can move forward to trying to talk to Rachel.
Okay.
About buying some like seeds for next year. Because then what I can do is I can like pot some of them and like put them up near windows so that they can get sunlight and kind of get started. And then when spring hits, dirt into soil, and we've got some plants already going.
All right, so Donna and Ned have had this discussion where, you know, he offers to help, and she's like, "Yeah, I need help to start this garden up." But what kind of plants are you looking to buy?
Pretty much medicinal only, I think.
Okay. I think you go to.
Oh shit.
Man, I'm so like motion blurry today. Something's wrong. So you go to see Rachel, and Rachel takes you inside her vault. And we haven't seen this vault since the mice. We see that she has repaired the damage the mice did, but there's this giant empty pit in the middle. Like imagine, like it just feels empty. Like you can see like the scrap of cloth, like kind of fluttering at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the McScrooge bank is empty. It's that kind of feelings. There's something like this big gaping hole. And she takes you along the wall, and she's like, "Well, what kind of plants? Medicinal plants?" And
I was thinking lavender, oregano, rose.
all the classic stuff. Yes. I think I have just the thing. And she goes over to a drawer and pulls it open. And you see like a mix of wild seeds. And she says, "These seeds are from the secret garden far away." It's a
I imagine
garden.
they need special care.
Yes, it's a garden where everything that grows in it heals the body and the spirit. Then she closes the drawer and she says that they're very rare and expensive.
Mm. Is Ned here?
Sure.
Ned, I see a great return on interest in buying these seeds as well as the more affordable classics.
Yep.
Well, there you have it, the word of the business savviest man in our town, apart from Bastion Carmichael.
One more guy, and I have the same number of resources as Carmichael,
Exactly.
according to his role.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is this going to be a resources test? Are you helping?
So I thought I was helping the maintenance, but I'm happy to help whatever test.
I feel like this is the maintenance test, right? Like,
Yeah.
This is like what her maintenance is this year was like needing to refill her garden.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I guess the stakes are if you fail. Hmm. Yeah, if you fail, your garden is just going to be a dead plot of land in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And if you succeed, you will have new plants to transplant into the garden after you burn what is remaining. So looking at Ops 3.
Cool.
That's you're just giving helping dice?
Yeah.
You still help with one die?
I do, but how many dice are you throwing at this?
So I start with 2. I'm getting help from you, and I am putting in one of my persona.
All right.
Because that's what I got.
I'm gonna give you the fund as well.
Okay.
And hopefully you don't fail. So you have an extra die from the fund.
Okay.
If you fail, I'm gonna be super sad.
Well, we just won't fail then.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's a difficult test.
So she opens up the drawer again and she scoops the box of wild seeds into 3 leather pouches that they smell like, like a poultice
Mm-hmm.
or like potpourri. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the garden. All right. So I guess we'll do Ned next.
Yeah. Donna just treasures like
Hold on.
the pouches and
Let me
hoards
see
them.
real quick because we might be able to game this for me.
All right.
What resource test is Kelsey gonna have to make? Because if I get a routine test, I get I level up my resources.
All right.
But
Well,
if it's gonna be higher than 2, then I might as well just go first.
I feel like it has to be at least 3 for her, right?
I don't know. I mean, she's really just been doing the farm.
Mm,
Dots.
that's fine. If you have the dots, you can make it go up.
I mean, like she's
I've
not
done that
maintaining
before.
a small business or a cobbler shop. She's not.
Yeah.
She's definitely not maintaining herself as a knight with horse armor, weapons, and a squire.
Right.
Yeah, but she has a farm.
Wouldn't that be working poor?
Oh, I don't think so.
Farmers are not wealthy generally, are they? Like I would think that a farmer generally is less wealthy than even a poor knight, which is odd too. No, you think of farmers as wealthy as a normal knight? That is correct.
Yeah.
But that would be
I feel
peasant day laborer.
Ned before.
Yeah,
Like
no,
a peasant day
indentured servant
laborer
is
would be
peasant
like
day laborer. That's indentured servant.
yeah, but
That's you're a serf. That's definitely not the case. I mean, I could see odd 3. I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, I just think that it's interesting that we're saying that it costs the same amount to own land and like maintain your family in Harvest Valley as it does in the city. That seems weird to me. Oh, you know what I didn't even think about? You're married and you're maintaining the seed business as well. You're definitely running a small business.
Ah.
that tell yeah. I mean,
yeah.
no doubt. Yeah, you're running a small business. That makes sense. You sold me. Cool.
Can't forget that Ashland's being pulled in several different directions for sure. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I was just the reason I asked was because that struck me where it was the maintaining a family in the city. I'm like, shouldn't it be cheaper to live in Harvest Valley?
That's what I was thinking too.
That makes perfect sense.
But yeah.
Right. But you've got
right.
It. Makes sense. Yep, I'm with you. I buy it.
I mean, theoretically, this like also would be like, do I have enough money to buy seeds for this season? You know, like I shouldn't make her roll to buy the things she should have on a farm. If she should have it on a farm, it should be based on this roll.
Yep, no doubt.
All right. So Rachel's going to help you. You get 2 dice from her help. You also get 1 die. She gives you Estevan's old fund that he forfeited to her.
I will help with everything I gave before, so you get 2 dice.
Donna is going to help through trying to take care of the animals here and there and just check in on them and fork over money for horseshoes and stuff like that. Get you equipped.
Okay. You only get to use 1 fund, though. Yeah, so Ned was helping with a 1 die fund, right?
Yep.
So only use one of the funds and tell me which fund you're using. Yeah, so you only get to use one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you got it. All right, so the farm will be well provisioned into winter. So Ned, have you reached resources 5?
Oh, I realized I was muted that whole time.
I have not.
news.
I don't need I don't need difficult tests. I only need routine.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just a helpful fellow. All right, so my turn. I mean, I think I'm running a small business too. Like, we haven't really opened our doors for business yet. We're not really producing any whiskey. We haven't even made the first batch. I don't even know if I'm technically even paying resources obs yet on the business. Like,
I mean, you have employees, right?
I feel like you are, and that's like the hard part about starting a business, is you start paying for it before you actually start seeing any returns.
True. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm probably running a small business, right? I mean, it's definitely not large.
Really. Yeah, it's not a large business, but you do have employees. Yeah. So, like, the real question is, do you actually have employees, or is it like,
well, small business,
are you not paying them?
Right? Or do you imagine small business is like, I own, it's just you?
I imagine it being like the family business. So just tell me, how many employees do you think you have?
I have no idea.
So I think you can have like 1 or 2. If you have like 5, I think that's like ops 4.
Yeah, he probably has like 1 or 2 then.
Okay, then yeah, you can do ops 3.
Cool. Am I getting help from folks?
Yeah, definitely you're getting help from Ashlyn.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 1 die, but you're welcome to it.
All right.
And I think Donna's gonna help too, because you helped her, and I feel like you did that first, and now she's paying you back.
7 dice on 3. That's pretty good odds.
I think Rachel will help too, because you are basically her neighbor.
That's fair. Having a defunct distillery on her property is probably super optimal.
It would be really bad news.
So that's 2 more dice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I'm in good shape. What happened? Did I click cancel?
I didn't see it roll.
I don't know if the roll disappeared into the void or if I clicked cancel.
So here's the thing I know.
Either way, you should probably pull it up again.
Designer. Sometimes when you cross out like the 0, it'll take that as you adding nothing to something, not like 0, but just like not a number. And sometimes that messes everything up.
Now
and then the rolls don't go through.
That leveled up my resources.
It actually did mine too.
Money, money, money.
Dang.
Now Ned Rollins is as rich as a prince.
Excellent.
Well, you gotta spend money to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys want to do trait vote then? I don't know. It feels like we're not really prepared for this. Do you want to just do 1 trait for each?
I mean, I think if we're gonna do it, we should do 2 to 3. But if we just want to wait, I'm totally fine with it. I think I'm down to do it. But I know the game well enough that I just can come up with traits off the top of my head pretty easily. So I will defer to you guys.
How do you feel about it, Adam?
I was thinking we should wait. It feels like we're we're coming back to a trait vote pretty soon, because I feel like our last one was like 3 or 4 sessions ago.
At least 5.
I could go look.
Really?
Yeah, let's look, because that's actually good. Because if I'm wrong, because it's also weird because we've missed a bunch. Because if I'm wrong and it's only been like 3 sessions, but I feel like it was like right after like the whole winter thing that we did our last one.
Yeah, I think we missed the summer to fall trait vote.
I feel like it's because I know Ned's only had 1 trade vote.
I mean, if you look at the traits on the vote, right? He moves sick.
Harvest Valley YouTube playlist.
Yeah, this
that's
this
when
last trait
Ashton
vote
got it.
was 9 episodes ago.
9?
Or 8. Hold on, how does math work?
I mean, either way, that's long because you're supposed to do it every 5 to like 7 sessions.
Yeah.
9 is a long time.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
missed it last time, I think.
I think we did too. I think we just kind of skimmed it.
I don't want to like just overrule Adam though. If he's still really against it, I'm down to wait. But it just feels like it's been a while.
Where is this ghost trait vote coming from that I am thinking of? That it was only like 3 sessions ago. Wow.
That's when Esteban died.
Yeah, that.
So
makes
you made a
sense.
new character.
You're thinking of the deed you earned. I bet you.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
That could be
Sure.
it. That could be it.
Because that was like 3 sessions ago, so...
Mm-hmm.
And we definitely haven't had a trade vote since Donna arrived.
That's for sure.
So...
But I was thinking it was just like two sessions before Esteban left, even. But that appears not to be the case. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one we missed.
It's been a while. Yeah,
Okay.
It's been a while.
Then yeah, we could do a trade vote.
Alright. Am I a GM in this world?
You should be.
Really? I know. Alright, so I expanded the page on the tree vote so we have more room. Then Dr. Donna needs to come down here and chill a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's try applying some chill.
Logic, reason.
If Roll20 will behave. Come on, Roll20. It's like Roll20 does not want Dr. Donna to chill. What is going on here? It's like, did you like hack Roll20 to make it get to be this big?
No.
Because it literally will not open the font size box for me for some reason.
There you
All right,
go.
somebody made it happen. I don't know. Oh, you know what? I bet it's because I didn't make the text. No, I still can't do it, even on a new text box. That's weird. All right, maybe now I can do it. All right.
There we go.
Whoa, there's a lot of enters there. What is happening?
Things are getting fixed.
This world we live in is strange. All right, so we got Dr. Donna, we got Ned, we got Ashlyn. Let's see here. I think Dr. Donna.
How many traits should we go for each of our characters? Because I feel like I haven't gotten to play Dr. Donna for a very long time, so maybe only changing out 1 trait for Dr. Donna seems more fitting.
Well, you don't change them out normally, so I was thinking
Sure.
maybe. I was thinking maybe vote off 1 to 2, maybe 2 for me and Ashlyn, and 1 for Donna, and then add 2 for Donna, and add and maybe 3 for Ashley and Ned. Does that sound?
Yep.
And if we can't find 2 or 3 good ones, we just won't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable.
Yep.
When I do this, I usually like to overestimate, and then it's like, if it's like you're looking, it's like, I can't find 2 traits to throw for that. Then it's easy to go back. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I like doing the trait vote very informal, as opposed to the book kind of lays it out a little more regimented. I like to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like doing it more like Mouse Guard, personally.
Yeah, where you just all kind of talk about each other's characters, and then everyone ends up with traits.
So I feel like Dr. Donna is the kind of person that, and she does experiments on her friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's like, I'm not sure
like
what the
fair.
word for that is.
I feel like she like tests people.
Like when somebody
Trying to
like
see,
pushes
like-
somebody to see what they'll do. What's the word for
I
that?
wanna say manipulative, but I feel like manipulative has like a negative context that I don't like. Let me see. I'm gonna look up synonyms for manipulative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean, because
Yeah.
How about like maybe like shrewd
I don't feel like it's quite that either.
or calculating? I don't know.
Calculating could be good.
Like somebody that is always testing their friends. What's the word for that?
But like in a way where they're like pushing them to be better. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expectant, maybe.
Look
That's
that up.
too passive.
Demanding. I don't know. That's not quite right.
I mean, we all know like these kind of people, but why don't we have a word for it?
What about compelling?
Like
Like-
she's pushing us into situations.
Like, it's similar to charismatic, but I don't think I think that's too broad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like a way of, because I feel like a good way of capturing this, and like I'm trying to think, because we have like a little bit more of a picture of what Donna looks like than just what we've seen since Adam has been playing her, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to draw a little bit of that as well. And I feel like there's something to be said for this idea of like Donna's words have weight. Like when Donna speaks, people listen. Because they know she isn't gonna just like spout nonsense. So I'm like trying to think of like a good way to put that as a trait, because I'm like I can almost imagine like what it would do as a die trait as well. Maybe like respected in the community or something like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Respect of the community. Maybe like a one die.
Sure. Respect or reputation. How about overbearing?
Overbearing. That's a good one to throw on the board for sure.
I was looking at domineering.
Yeah, it's like a direct synonym.
That's good too. We're just throwing stuff on the board right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found a good word for her her way of evaluating her friends. Critical.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I
I
like
found
it.
the perfect the one I'm looking at is the 1 point character trait, patriarchal. It's pretty good.
How about judgmental? You said matriarchal?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. See, I was looking at judgmental, and I feel like that's to Matilda, to be Donna.
You think so? Okay, yeah, you're probably right. What is a synonym for judgmental then?
That's actually how I got to critical, I think. Ooh, I found some more good ones. Evaluative, analytical.
I like evaluative.
Yeah, I think I like that too.
All right. What does matriarchal mean? I mean, I understand it from the political science reference, but as a character trait, I'm not so sure.
Kind of being like the motherly leader of a community, usually of like a family.
Okay.
It's kind of like elder is the wrong word because I don't know that it necessarily needs to be like somebody that's like I don't know, like it doesn't necessarily need to be an elder per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somebody with status.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm trying to think of like words like the person that people look to. Like if shit goes down, there are like a couple people that people look to.
Yeah.
And Donna's on the short list. You know what
For
I mean?
think
sure.
so.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how about we go with matriarchal and evaluative?
I like both of those.
Okay, no dissents, not even a little dissents? Okay. What did I do? There we go. Having one of those days. All right. Ned. Well, Ned's definitely found his love of trains.
That was just one episode. Well, actually, no, he invested in trade.
Yeah.
So the first one that I want to throw on the board is Pennywise. Ned has had a meteoric rise since our last trade vote. The last time we voted for traits, I had one die of reason.
And now you have 5?
Yeah.
No, that's a good one.
That's seems like you get a little bit of something more than Pennywise. It's like
it's a call-on. Call-ons are pretty dang powerful.
Oh, it's a call-on? Okay, yeah, that's fine then. I'm like, dude, you're not pinching pennies here. You're like high stakes investor. Like what's the most risky thing you can invest in? That kind of
like crypto trader or something.
Yeah.
Pennywise is a trait that you like only get for being certain like merchant life paths. So it
all right.
Fits, I think. Other ones for Ned. I'm wondering if there's like a good one for like the fact that I have literally a million skills being learned.
You want to be what you might call it, the
like maybe like a jack
Renaissance man?
Or like something. I don't know. I don't know what it would do. I'm just like I'm just tossing ideas out.
Yep.
Well, there are traits that lower the requirements to learn new skills.
How about a trait that lowers the aptitude for learning skills by 1, but only if it is a skill that it makes no sense for Ned Rollins to have?
How about a trait where the more skills you're learning, the lower the aptitude gets?
Yes, I love it. That's amazing.
So like every 10 skills you're learning, the aptitude drops by 1.
Perfect. Awesome. I love it. Sold. What do we call it? Let's see.
Without
Jack-
focus.
Jack of all trades kind of works.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the other one you said?
Remember the Renaissance man thing?
Yeah, I like Jack of all trades. I think that works, and it feels like a Ned trait to have as well.
Sure. So how many skills are you learning right now?
I am currently learning one, so that's 3 by 1. 3 by 8's 24, 25 skills.
I need to learn 5 more skills.
Well, now that my aptitude's lowered by 1, I will start, or if I get voted this trait, of course, I will start checking skills off rapidly.
Yeah.
What do we call a trait for Ned when he's out for blood sometimes? Because that happens.
So
often.
every now and then he snaps. That's true. He like snaps and he just like is like with the sandworm and with his with the sandworm that definitely happened with the elk. And then for sure with the train and with the mice actually when they drew first blood. First blood. First blood might be a good. I don't know what it would do again.
But I feel like first blood would imply that you're the one to take first blood, not that you have like a significant reaction if it gets hit. Like.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think there might be an orc trait that we could adapt. That's like.
I recommend Breaking Point.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Breaking Point is cool. Hold on. There's a trait that I was thinking of. I can't remember if it would fit at all.
Is it related to the whip ones, I guess?
It kind of works, but I don't think it actually works. But it's called Savage Consequences, which is it's just a character trait where it's just you pay back any injury twofold. No, I like Breaking Point. I don't know what it would do, but I like the idea of the trait.
I mean, even as a character trait, right? Like it has mechanic.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you might get like more than one of these traits. Is there any trait you want to lose?
Let me see. What does Ned have that he could maybe get rid of here?
Yeah.
He's definitely still a man of few words. Oh, gossip maybe?
That would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think we saw observant of rituals. Like, that one doesn't come up a lot because of man of few words, but he gets like really into the festivals, and also he had that moment with Ashlyn after the whole elk situation where they like had like a heart to heart about the harvest goddess and about like nature. So I definitely think he's observant. I think that
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I think you've been playing against gossip. You can get rid of that if you want.
Yeah.
Like you've really been playing up the man of few words thing to the point where.
Yeah.
Like you don't even gossip to your friends.
Yeah.
Ned's a very private man.
Yeah.
It's like no one knows about that Ned has a brother until Ned's brother shows up. Right? Like,
Pretty much. And no one talks about Grandpa Rollins either. Because who would? I mean, it's kind of scary, to be honest.
if you met the old man, you wouldn't talk about him much either.
All right.
What
do we
sort of
want?
trait could we give Ned about his bad family? Family issues sounds like a good trait name.
I like the idea of a trait called like family issues or the Rollins family or something that gives me either an affiliation or a reputation in Harvest Valley. But if I fail the circles rolls, it like gives me a guaranteed antagonistic family NPC.
Mm-hmm.
Are you like is it a broken home?
That's a good question. So Ned's parents died when he was fairly young. And I think that he has a lot of brothers and sisters. So I think he was kind of pseudo raised by his siblings, and his grandparents and his aunts and uncles. And I think that they're just basically like I think there are like maybe kind of like there are the families that have been around and like kind of built up Harvest Valley, and then there are families that have like kind of always been around the periphery, but were never like super heavily involved in the building up of the town itself, if that makes sense. It was like
Yeah.
we were here when settlers came in and started building, and they were like, oh, like I've just been like living and like hunting in those woods and like just been like we've been like this weird hermit family. And then like slowly the town built up and they kind of sort of inevitably became integrated with the town, but they were always kind of slightly separate. And I think that's part of why like they're all such weirdos.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like the family cursed where like they're never allowed to like have a stable household?
Yeah, I like that. Sure, why not? Everyone in Harvest Valley knows that the Rollins family is cursed. Their kids can just never seem to settle down. You know, the few that find a nice husband or wife, you know, they have a couple kids and then a disaster strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And worst of all, those kids are Rollinses.
Look, I heard that Rollins girl ran off and married a wolf. They're crazy.
I will call it the curse of the broken home. This one has a better idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking just Rollins family curse.
Yeah,
All
Rollins.
right, sure. How do you spell Rollins? Rollins. Yeah. Okay. All right. Do we want to vote on some of these traits, or are we still talking?
I'm ready to vote on these.
Wait,
Alright.
did we give Ashlyn traits?
No, we were voting on each person
Oh, okay. All right.
one at a time.
Yeah.
So you lost gossip. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So how many do you want to give Ned? Do you want to give Ned 1? Go to Ashlyn. Give Ashlyn a 1.
Yeah.
2. All right.
We need to vote off a trait for Donna.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, sounds good.
I was looking at her list while I was talking. I gotta vote for Rollins Family Curse just because I can't get enough supernatural bullshit.
I concur with Rollins family curse, and I definitely am supporting Breaking Point. I think that is something you've demonstrated multiple times, and I think that this encapsulates it very well.
Mm-hmm. Ditto and ditto.
I like the curse and Pennywise.
All right.
I just think it's a kind of a shame not to like somehow mechanically represent the absurd. Like,
You know, I'm on board with that too, honestly.
Yeah.
because like statistically, it's actually somewhat difficult to like advance resources as quickly as I did.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you want to give him 2 now, or do you want to make him wait in suspense?
I gave it to him.
All right, we'll give it to him.
Alrighty, cool. I finally have a call-on tree.
Yay!
But Rollins family curse is probably also
So
call on.
what is it? Is it a call-on for circles? Is it like an affiliation for finding weird NPCs? Like what is
Gotta love them weird NPCs.
Yeah, I like the idea that if you fail a roll, it's like extra bad news.
Okay, all right. Well, it'll basically be my version of the Nightwolf curse. So it's an
Yeah.
open-ended call-on, but if I fail, a random ass horrifying Rollins NPC will come mess up our day.
I love it.
That
I
sounds
like that.
awesome to me.
All right, sure, I'm good with that. So not just 4 circles, but you want anything? All right.
Look, Kelsa is blessed by a god and cursed by an evil magical wolf, and Ned has his family.
Sure.
Which
sure.
is both, really, at the same time.
Oh, good.
All right. So what's up with Ashland, though?
I was thinking curious. She's
Curious.
constantly poking her nose where it does not belong, when she
Yes.
doesn't need to put it there, and shenanigans.
Yep.
Shenanigans.
Yeah,
Nah,
for
we're way
sure.
too serious to have shenanigans.
No. I was also thinking of that I don't think Urbane really fits with her anymore. Now that she's moved out here to the country, she's given up a lot of her city habits in the last few
Yeah.
years.
I think I agree with that.
I feel like she often gets like really overwhelmed by her emotions.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone else, like I've seen like us as players, we're acting up the emotions. But I feel like more than any other character, Ashland's like motivated by emotion.
I think that's pretty accurate. I don't know how to phrase that exactly, though.
Strong feelings.
I would just say deep emotions.
Yeah, all right.
Maybe even just emotional.
Yeah.
That feels a little tropey.
Yeah, like kind
That's
of.
what I was thinking.
I don't mean it in a condescending way, but it like.
Right.
I know you don't, but I'm just saying like that particular phrase kind of brings that to mind, and it's
No,
it's
you're
not
absolutely
necessarily an apt description. It's just
Right.
right. You're absolutely right. You're
It's just
absolutely
that emotional has like a very specific meaning in modern culture.
yeah, for sure. Maybe like what about like empathetic?
what
Yeah.
about overly empathetic?
Yeah, I like overly empathetic because it's less like you're good at seeing other people's side, and it's more like the amount, how much Ashlyn sees of the other person's side often like almost cripples her ability to act. Like with the mice and with like the hunt.
Yeah.
With Grandpa Rollins as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got. I think that very much encapsulates her.
I feel like also like I feel like she's pushing her faith, like to see like how far it can go. Like she's constantly testing the limits of her god, which yeah, it's not something you see very often in fiction or in religion, right?
I think it's a matter of like how she came to it, and that like a lot of times you would have before you became faithful, you would have a huge like studying of the religion and a very strong understanding of what your god is capable of. And I feel like Ashlyn kind of just, the harvest goddess came down and touched her with her power, and Ashlyn doesn't fully understand what that means. And she's not necessarily trying to test the limits, but she just doesn't know where the boundaries are.
Mm.
I found a really good word that might describe what this means because I was looking for a religious word.
Mm-hmm.
And the word is eisegetic. I'll give a
Now
spelling
that's
of
a
that if you want
fancy
it.
word.
And the meaning
Eisegetic.
is an interpretation, especially of scripture, that expresses the interpreter's own ideas, bias, or the like, rather than the meaning of the text.
Hmm.
Can you spell it for me?
Yes.
But I feel like it's less that she's like manipulating the interpretation and more that she just doesn't know it.
Oh, that word.
Right?
Yeah, I
Yep.
agree.
That's
So like maybe like is there a word for like uneducated specifically in religious matters?
Ooh.
Heathen?
No. Being uneducated. I'm sure there is because that's like what Christians, that's the task given to Christians to find people who never heard of the Word of God and tell it to them, right?
Mhm.
So there's got to be a word for that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I usually hear it as like phrases, like extremely flowery phrases. People who have never been exposed.
I feel like
That's a tough question. I don't know. I'm not well versed in such things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not sure if that's really is that actually that her ignorance of the will of the harvest goddess is something that drives her? Is that true?
I don't think it's something that drives her so much as a fact about her that can affect the way things like go. Like when you asked me that, I almost had an idea of what to call it.
what
Now it's
about
gone.
like misplaced faith or like missing doctrine?
Missing doctrine.
Like
That's getting there. That's getting closer, I think.
Doctrineless.
Because I don't feel like she thinks this is a problem that she needs to solve. And it probably is. So the fact that she's not addressing it is the trait.
Is she free from doctrine?
I don't think so. Like, as she discovers things, like, she adapts them. But I don't think she knows everything.
What about, like, reformist? Accidental reformist, even?
Accidental reformist? I like that.
Like, I kind of want to say something that I'm not sure if it breaks the GM mystery veil or not. But she's kind of like, she is the writer of doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
There is no.
Well, that's why I thought reformist kind of worked.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's basically making religion. Or, like, prophet, even. Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't backup prophet kind of how she got in this place in the first place?
I like accidental reformist or even just reformist, but
yeah.
I don't know if it's just a character trait or what.
I don't know what kind of powers that would come with that, so I'm okay with it being a character trait.
How about spiritual revolutionary?
Spiritual revolutionary?
Damn, that sounds like some. That sounds like New Age religious bullshit right there.
That
I mean,
sounds
yes.
like a thing I was involved in.
Turn you into a cult.
You don't say.
We're spiritual revolutionary, man.
I mean, come on. If someone walked up to me in the street and said, "Would you like to join the spiritual revolution?" I mean, you would have to, like, ask what.
No, I would just assume they were trying to get me to join a cult.
Wouldn't you want to join a cult? Oh, is that crazy? No? Aww.
You know, cults are normally pyramid schemes, right, Golden?
I mean, it depends. Let me tell you about a cult later and we'll find out.
I have no experience with this.
Uh-huh. All right. I think that's enough words if we want to do a vote.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, my last word that I'm pitching for the religious thing that Ashlyn does is syncretic.
Syncretic? What is that?
It's kind of where you, like, draw other interpretations of religion into your own. I don't know if it's a perfect fit, but I would just want to add it so that you can say no to it if it doesn't fit. It's like sort of practical rather than like doctrinal. I bring it up because I see it used as like an antonym for like being very strict.
I can see it being technically applicable, but I don't know. I don't know if it follows the spirit of the situation.
Sure.
again, if we tacked accidentally in the front of that again, it would work, but yeah, basically that. Shenanigans was not really a suggestion. That was a description of why I would gain fate for having the trait curious.
I think I like the last two. I think the most, like, she just feels very emotional. It's like been a part of her character since it started. And I think, like, there has to be something to do with the way you keep trying to mix your magical traits together.
I totally agree.
What do you guys think? Which ones would you vote for?
I still want curious on the docket, but
I like curious too.
Okay.
Overly empathetic and spiritual revolutionary, I think both are very fitting as well.
I'm okay with giving you all three, honestly. Especially if we're gonna call all three of them character traits.
Probably, right? All right, sure.
Unless spiritual revolutionary would give me some kind of bonus specifically for combining faith and wolf curse magic.
I mean, do we really need to, like...
That's already so freaking powerful.
Yeah.
It is. I know. It's just super broken. It's fine.
For faith, like, you can end the world, Kelsa. You can crack this puny world open like an egg. Actually,
I mean, you weren't using this world anyway, right?
That's not very harvest.
No, she doesn't have two, right? She has three. She's faithful, and she has aura of determination, and she's cursed. Like,
it's good. It's good. Don't worry about it. I'm putting it as a trait. I'm putting it as a character trait.
I'd like to nominate Ashlyn for the trait Tiefling Paladin Bullshit.
Alright. Spiritual, revolutionary, overly empathetic, curious, and goodbye, Urbane. Wasn't using you anyway.
Let's look at Dr. Donna and hold something off.
Yep.
Let's see here. She is agreeable. She has a bedside banner. Hoarding. Seemingly concerned. Is flourishing gestures. She's observant of rituals, a gossip, part of a tight-knit community, and a skeptic.
As well as alive.
Yep.
Like,
Definitely still live.
Yep.
Probably still a skeptic.
Yep.
Tight-knit community for sure stays. Gossip.
I'm not seeing it.
Observant of rituals definitely. Well, actually, maybe not. I mean, you are on the fence on that. Maybe respectful of rituals. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Agreeable, bedside manner, hoarding. Seemingly concerned. I'm not sure how that should stand.
well, you took off one of them, so I assume that's the one you chose.
I didn't take off anything.
I didn't take off any of them.
Oh, maybe it's just my computer screwing up.
I just realized that lithe is a call-on, so then I moved it down to the call-on, because I think it's a call-on for dancing.
Oh, okay, it came back.
It's a call-on for dancing. You definitely need to get some dancing in there just to...
I need to, yes.
Just to have an excuse to use that.
The one I wasn't seeing is gossip. because I feel like she tries to keep confidentiality a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like, she has so much information on her hands, and she just won't use any of it because that's not the right thing to do.
All right. I was thinking we just have not seen who she gossips with.
That's why I was kind of on the fence about it. I felt like it was... Sorry, I felt like it was something where we hadn't seen a lot of opportunities for gossip. But at the same token, I feel like if you were very much a gossip, you could have, like, put it in there like you did with Esteban.
Like, some people, like, are influenced by who they're around, right? So it is possible that when Donna's around Matilda, she becomes a gossip. Or Matilda and Donna have some other friends who gossip with each other, but don't gossip outside of that group. But yeah, we can remove it from now.
But we've seen Donna
and
with
we'll see
Matilda
if
once, albeit in a weird situation, but
it wasn't really a situation where you could gossip with her.
exactly.
So yeah, why don't we take that off? But I feel like you may want to explore that in the future. All right. Do you guys want to burn some wheels?
Yes. That is what we are here for.
Like, it's about that time.
All right. So I think we were talking about doing some gaming, or there was a festival. But here's what's happened. So as soon as you guys broke that clock, it became winter. And everyone knew it was winter, because if they didn't, it would have just went into the cave, right? So the sky like turns this like ashen gray color, and there becomes these like piercing cold winds. Have you ever like been on like the edge of a rainstorm and occasionally you get sprayed, but it's not like it's raining, it's just like there's a spray every so often. It's kind of doing that with like ice. Is that the word, spritzing?
That's what I've heard it called.
All right, so it's been doing that for a few days, and it hasn't snowed yet, which is really weird because in the Harvest Valley, it always snows on the first day of winter.
Wait,
But that makes
it fall?
No, this was all taking place during fall.
We've been in fall.
Oh right, I forgot. I'm sorry. Fall was never ending. Not summer.
Yeah.
My bad.
So it's now winter, but it's like the snow hasn't fallen, which is good because it makes picking up all those acorns a whole lot easier. Why don't you tell us about that festival, if you can, Dr. Donna?
Where is it? Because I made it a week ago and now I've forgotten about it.
It's in Discord for sure.
It is. Now, if my cursor wants to turn into the right cursor, that would be helpful. There we go. Okay, so we have an invasive tree species called the gloom owl oak, and it sheds all these acorns in the park that we were in when the old trio were stung by all those bees, or almost stung. That park that was really overgrown. But during this festival, you bag the acorns and twist the tops off and use them as scorekeeping tokens for a game, a card game, a fast-paced card game called Gloom Owl's Catch.
Does anybody have any beliefs about this?
I do.
I do.
Let's read our beliefs then, because we have not done that. Dr. Donna, go first.
I'll read my Acorn Cap tournament belief first. I'll just go up from there. Sweet Anahita is going to have her hands full with the Acorn Cap tournament at the library. Why couldn't she just close the library to be the usual patrons and go on a date with me instead? My second belief is Ned's concoctions have piqued my interest. I don't think it's best that I pick up a drinking habit, but perhaps a moderate amount for experimentation and an evening's consumption wouldn't hurt. And my belief that I changed out since Autumn is here. Autumn's here, but my sister Autumn is not. I've never had a pen pal before. I should take the time over the next month to write a letter to my sister and ask everyone I know for help writing it. Dr. Donna's instincts are never cause pain, alarm, or discomfort. When someone needs medical attention, I'm always at my office, and always start the day with 3 eggs, 2 pieces of buttered toast, and a cup of coffee at the Weathercroft Diner. And we just discussed all of our treats, so I'm not going to do it again.
Fair. Ned?
All right. Since I've been back in town, I've won every festival I've been in so far. I should probably win this one. I don't know if that's actually true, but I said it. Belief 2. I will clear some of the oaks in the park to make furniture for the town. And belief 3. It's time to get to work on the first true batch of Drunken Monkey whiskey. And then belief special, which I think I already kind of completed in the pre-show is I will help Donna with her herbs.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
All right. Ashlyn has some beliefs, but none of them are about the festival because she's got other stuff on her mind. Because she agreed to take care of all of Esteban's animals. So I actually have 2 beliefs about them. Ned agreed to help me shelter these animals on my farm. We should ensure, to help me build a shelter for the animal on my farm. We should ensure that it's built before the worst of the season sets in. Boy, I can talk today. That's a thing I can do. The map we found in the clock is mysterious indeed. I'm sure that Ned will be interested in finding out what is beneath the train yards. Finally, these animals are now my responsibility. I will become their best friends and then sell them for the highest profit, just like the Harvest Goddess said. That's my faithful trait.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. I feel like we should start at the Weathercroft Diner in the morning.
Mm-hmm. You don't say.
So I think Anahita also starts her day at the Weathercroft Diner.
When does the library open?
Oh, like 10 a.m.
Okay, so then she has time to eat breakfast and stuff, and she's not even rushing really.
Oh no. She has the behavior of somebody who stays up late, but doesn't overly exert themselves. So when they wake up first thing in the morning, they're kind of slow, get going, but they're not worn out.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably, she probably has a cup of hot cocoa. It smells like, chestnuts in it. Very nutty hot cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
And she's having waffles.
Cool. Is she one of my usual breakfast partners?
She's more like the person you look at whenever you go into the diner, but don't sit with.
That's interesting.
But do you have a regular partner?
I don't know that I do. I feel like because I have been a regular at places before, and I have been a regular long enough to know people that come in. And there's that thing that regulars do where when somebody walks in, they look at the door because they're looking for people that they know to walk in. And I feel like that's what Dr. Donna does. And sometimes Anahita or just somebody else she knows because she's like delivered their baby or
Is Dr. Donna the person who like sits down and eats breakfast with, the intention of eating that breakfast? Like I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to eat. I'm going to concentrate on eating.
I think so.
That's probably
And
why
then
you eat
maybe
alone.
after that, she socializes a bit, like kind of on her way out, and then maybe takes like 20 minutes to actually leave. Because
And like
she's
you're
just, like,
you're
making her
so
way.
yeah, like you're so like intent on eating your food, and not stuffing your face that
Mhm.
Anahita always finishes her cup of coffee and gets out before you're done.
Mm.
So you're looking over at her now. She's got like half a waffle and the strawberry left.
Hmm. I want to talk to her, so I'm going to. I feel like there's a weird manners thing going on here where I have to ask the waiter to come to my table and help me move my plates because that's just like a weird cultural thing.
Yeah, like
that
you
you're
don't want to
used
just leave your mess.
Hmm. So I ask Cleo. Oh God, this is messy. I'm going to ask Cleo, the waitress, who I am also dating, kind of, and I'm going to ask her to help me move my plate and my cup over to where Anahita is sitting so that I can sit next to her and talk about our date that we're going to have instead of this festival.
Mm.
I really
Cleo.
enjoy how messy this is.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how does that happen? Do you call for Cleo and then like ask her
Mhm.
to help you move?
Yeah.
All right. I feel like you got to make some kind of social role here.
Mhm.
Let me take a look at my.
I think Cleo is just known around here to be the waitress who always takes care of me. And then I'm like, Cleo, I'm not done yet. Of course I'm not done yet. I'm just moving tables. And then I point to Anahita's table. Can you take my plates over there?
All right. Hold on a second. I'm having trouble. Where are all my cheat sheets? Here they are.
Mhm.
Here they are. Hmm. Is this Soothing Platitudes?
Maybe. Could be inconspicuous, maybe.
I always feel like those skills are like
Be
related to
etiquette?
crowds. I think it's for courtly stuff.
Mm.
It almost never is etiquette for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I don't think you're trying to soothe her yet. She's not upset yet.
Yeah.
But what you're doing will make her upset. This could just be a stat roll.
It could be.
So, what's the stat for social stuff?
Will, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
It's going to be contested will roll, not to. So, what is your intent? Is your intent to Like if you don't make any roll, she's going to be upset that it's almost like you're being spiteful to her, right?
I think this actually might be inconspicuous because what my intent is to get her to move my plates and stuff over to Anahita's table, and then after she goes to take care of other people, Anahita and I are trying to have that conversation. So maybe there's no role to get her to move the plates, but it's a role to have the conversation with Anahita to talk about the date.
But inconspicuous is tested versus observation.
Sure. Which is fine.
Okay, so you want your test to be having a conversation without her hearing.
It's also
not
noting that you can always just test it against like basic op, right? Like it can always be a standard test, even if it like recommends using it as a versus test.
Right. All right, I'll let you go with inconspicuous. But she's a little upset. And then she's going to be more upset if you fail this roll. Right?
Perfect.
Okay. So her observation, I'm going to say it's untrained. Because I don't think she really has to notice the really hidden stuff that often. It is Harvest Valley, not Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's her perception.
Mm-hmm.
And you have inconspicuous?
I don't. That's why the
All
obstacle is doubled.
And it's a tie.
The ties go to the defender.
In a inconspicuous test.
All tests.
Mm-hmm.
But like, who's the defender
Unless
then?
someone has a call on to break the tie. I would think in inconspicuous, usually the person getting spotted is probably the defender, but I don't know. You're the GM, you tell me.
I guess either way.
Let me see if I have any call-ons to break this.
I doubt you have a call on for anything.
I'm going to say she does have one. She has a call on for being, I think it's congeniality. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah. She has a gift. She has a trait called congeniality, and she's going to use that. Like, if she notices this, it's going to make her rude towards everybody all day, and you. This is against her nature. So I'm going to give her a fate point, and you don't get noticed. So Anahita is like, she notices you, as you join her table. And she's like, "Oh, did you just come in? No, I am about to leave."
Oh, are you?
Well, yes, I have to clean up the library for later today.
Don't you? I thought you would need to clean up. No, that's not what she says. She says, I thought you would need help cleaning up after the tourney because everyone's going to make a mess with all the acorn pieces, and there are always going to be some left behind. Someone's going to step on them and then rub them into the carpet. Like
gamers are always cleaning up after themselves. They're very polite people to have at your establishment.
Isn't is true, though.
Do you want to make a gamer's wise test?
I could make a villager's wise
Sure. You
to
want to do
know
it?
that the kinds of people who are trying to win Gloomowl's catch are never going to pick up after themselves.
All right. All right. Seems like a common knowledge kind of thing. We'll say it's Ops 1.
Alrighty. Villagers wise. Boop.
All right.
Okie doke.
So what do you say to her?
I think I say what I just said. I say the thing about them like smashing acorn tops into the carpet.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just be busy tomorrow morning.
Well, I was thinking that you could let the gamers have their day at the library. Maybe we go over there, we open it up to them. Because nobody's going to go in the library today because they're going to be rowdy. After they're gone, I'm going to stay as long as I can to help you clean up after them. Because apparently festivals in this town are more important than practicality.
Well, usually I like to go to sleep and clean up in the morning.
But if you do that tomorrow, I can't help you because I'm going to be here eating my breakfast. How about I could just clean it up myself. You're at the library all the time. I'm sure you could use a day's break.
I think you have to make a persuade test to see if she'll trust you alone in her library.
Sounds fair.
All right. So I'm going to put her will at 4. If you fail, you're going to have to give her something to prove you can be trusted, like some kind of collateral.
Mm-hmm. And my intent for this role is to get her to go on a date with me. Instead of staying at the library all day while they're just going to be noisy and then she can't do any work.
All right. Okay.
Cool. What's the odd?
I said her will is 4.
Okay. Which is doubled because I have.
Oh, you have no persuasion.
Yeah.
All right. So she's like, I know you've helped the town a lot, Dr. Donna, but books are my responsibility. I'm afraid I can't let you stay in the library after closing. Unless you can prove to me that I can trust you. Shall we change scenes? What do you think?
Yeah,
All right.
that's a situation Adam can't navigate.
Who can?
Yeah.
All right.
Because my brain just says, well, that's like her expressing a boundary, and I would like to respect that boundary, but I don't see Dr. Donna as being super manipulative either. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, what belief do you guys want? I feel like Ned and Ashlyn and Rachel are all together since the resources stuff. Wasn't exactly like it was in character, but you've probably like all been going over your finances, and you guys are all sharing money between the three of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, Dr. Donna probably like they have like a stack of like notes about your contributions, or if they want you to become a partner in their enterprises. But nobody really knows how profitable the hospital is. So I think you're all sitting around the table. All the hooligans that were in your farm, they just don't like the cold weather. So they've all, you can't see them. You feel like a lot of them might be in the hotel, but a lot of them couldn't afford to be in the hotel. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, Ned, that there's a lot of them that want to go back to the city, but there's still like a train knocked over on the tracks. The trains can't run.
I thought I fixed. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we had to leave it behind.
Yeah, the engine was fine.
Well, that's a bummer.
So that there's all these people with not enough money for shelter for the winter that can't leave because the train's not running.
Okay.
I feel like Ashlyn doesn't know that because she doesn't understand how trains work.
I feel like Ned is focused on the festival because that's what I have beliefs about, and that's what I want for Arthur.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, that makes sense.
Maybe. What I'll do is try to get these hooligans to help me clear some trees. Want to use these hooligans.
Then you pay them for their time, and then they have a way to stay in the valley. Win-win-win.
Well, that's me starting a third business.
You're not giving them a place to stay. You're just, they're helping you out with your carpentry business on the side.
Yeah.
But I want them to leave because I don't like people.
Welp. Sounds like some kind of conflict between some beliefs right there, then.
So here's what I'm going to do. They're all living at the farm.
They're not living at the farm. Um, you're not really sure where they are. Probably a lot of them are like huddled in the streets of the town. Like maybe we see like a crowded train station that says closed. You know, they're on the platform, and like they don't have cardboard boxes because cardboard boxes haven't been invented yet. But there's lots of like makeshift tents.
Oh, they're not on the farm.
No, they're not.
Oh, then I don't care at all.
Okay.
Sorry.
I think we see before your absolute lack of caring takes us away from the scene. Like they've made a campfire out of their old boots to keep warm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we switch back to Ned not caring at all.
Look, if they wanted jobs, they would get jobs. They could come ask me. Okay. Is the festival started yet?
Oh yeah, it's all day.
Then I want to go win.
All right, you just like, all right, enough accounting. It's time to cut some trees. Is that what you do?
Well, isn't the festival about getting the acorns? So first I need to win the festival, and then I'll cut down the trees and actually deal with the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought that you were going to cut down the trees and then just get all of the acorns off of the trees you cut down.
No. I'm going to like participate in the festival because it's like I like the festival. And then after that, I'm going to be like they're actually like invasive trees. Us picking up the acorns does not actually help this. Let me go something about it.
All right. You gonna pick up as many as you can with like just grabbing them? Was that your plan?
My plan is to create I want to create acorn harvesting contraption, like a Rube Goldberg machine that like I can like shovel acorns up and they like file up into a bag or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With carpentry
or mending, maybe.
No, I think.
You might need carpentry for this, but I don't know if it's solely carpentry because like.
Yeah. It sounds like engineering.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
I'm learning engineering.
All right.
There's an excuse.
Let's look at engineering.
Oh, I wish I had gotten that trait for it. Oof. Oh well.
Ooh, maybe it's not engineering. Is it like mechanics guys or something? Let me see here.
Like, if it's not engineering, I'm not sure what it would be called.
Like, engineering is like bridge building. In Dwarf Fortress, we call them mechanics. But
I feel like this is what like a siege engineer would have, like that kind of engineering.
Mm-hmm.
What skill does Tinkerer have? Tinkerer is a
mending.
Skill.
Yeah, but Tinkerer is like
I mean, the Tinkerer will mend things.
Yeah.
Like, he'll actually mend things.
They don't usually build things so much like you're talking about. I don't feel.
You know, we'll just use engineering for it because I don't want to create a new skill. there's definitely not a skill for this. So you can actually use. Actually, hold on.
I feel like it would be engineer.
Yeah, go
Like-
ahead and use engineering.
Cool.
Let's see here. What's the skill test I'm going to do for this? I mean, all right.
I feel like mending isn't astute enough to create a contraption.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were fixing one.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make a contraption, but like how good it is, like is this World of Warcraft style, like just crazily self-propels itself and picks up all the
No,
all
it's
the
like
acorns?
it's like a push lawnmower, but instead of cutting up the grass and depositing in a bag, it just like grabs acorns. I'm sure it, like
Alright.
rips the shit out of the grass too. It's probably horrible for the park.
hmm But the park is not in good shape. Because it's overgrown with like kudzu
Been
vines.
slacking.
Like it. I think this is obs too. If you fail, you have to tell me how your mentor, the architect, contributes to the project and saves it from, not able to pick up the acorns. Yes.
All right.
Mhm.
I guess I'll spend a persona. Why not? Am I getting help from him?
No.
No. Oops.
The
Like failure
consequence-
is you need help.
Oh, that makes sense.
Ooh, that's not a
Alright.
very good roll. Well, I'll spend fate, I guess.
All right.
Nope.
Ooh. Doesn't have to help much. You have them look at your machine, like you've got the right idea, but it's just not working the way you want to.
Mhm.
What does he do to like?
Maybe it has like no suspension or something, so it's just as soon as you go across a route, the whole thing just freezes up and you can't, like, nothing's turning anymore because you can't push it anymore.
Yeah. And that sounds good to me.
So he helps you put springs on it, so it can navigate. Like, okay, so you had it spinning, but it would just like get stuck in the dirt and get jammed up. So he puts suspension on it so that it can ride over the grass and keep a constant height. So you're just barely touching the ground. And you are able to then push it by hand. All right. I have your crazy invention. You push it to the park. Is anybody else, any of the other player characters here picking up acorns? No?
I think Dr. Donna is.
Yeah, I'm
I feel like
definitely not.
that's kind of what she did to excuse herself from the diner.
Okay.
She was like, well, in that case, I'm going to win the tournament. And she like bites the last piece of her toast and walks out the door. And then we see her reaching down under like the undergrowth
Okay.
of the park to try to find acorns.
All right. So you got like a bag and you're putting acorns in. And so we see you like you're looking through this bush, like trying to get the acorns one by one. We see the Jameson boys, have teamed up with Arya, who was the peddler that just goes around and sells stuff, and yeah, we see like Mr. Jameson just sitting on this pile of acorns as all the kids of the town are working together so that one of them can win. And then Ned comes up with his horrifying wood person driven acorn vacuum. What does it sound like coming over the hill?
Just like rattling and shaking and clanking. And I think like actually, can I make a conspicuous test to have like gathered around all the like the Jameson boys are like and like Ned are like get basically like as Ned like runs through the town, he gathers like a crew of children like chasing after, watching this ridiculous contraption bounce around on the road.
Okay, yeah, you can make a conspicuous test for that.
All right, what's the op for this test?
All right. Ooh.
You want a crowd of people, but does Ned really want a crowd of people?
No, that's true. He really wouldn't. That's a good point.
But the stakes could be, if you succeed, the kids are too busy, gawking at your machine to pick up acorns. And if you fail, they're all in the way.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just yeah. It comes over the hill and you see this bouncing. It basically, like in cartoons where like it'll be like kids construction project or whatever, but they somehow build like a giant robot made of wood. Yeah. That's like what this looks like. It's just like this big wooden monstrosity. It's like if someone built a lawnmower out of wood.
Does it have like a face and a mouth that's opening and closing?
Totally.
All right. So you come over the hill and you just drive it into the field and start vacuuming up the acorns. All right. I think this is like a speed test. Like your monstrosity versus the kids.
Sure. Do I get advantage dice?
No. And the kids don't get help from each other either. Unless you want to do something. Oh, wow.
That's...
What the heck?
6 successes on 5 dice.
That's so good.
Correct.
That's so good.
The power of science, kids. The power of science. Oh, that was
exactly
what I needed too. That's a difficult test.
Curse you, Ned Rounds. All right, you suck up. Like, it's like this contest, right? Like, because it is a contest. And you're pushing your lawnmower vacuum monster around, and the kids are like just grabbing as many acorns as they can. And I think we see Mrs. Jameson, get a rake and start helping too. But it doesn't matter because at the end, the kids are sitting atop their pile of acorns. And how do you reveal your acorn load?
I guess there's just like a burlap sack attached to the contraption that he just like cuts open.
Just like pours out. Yeah. And yours is like, I'd say 15% bigger. It was close. But no
cigar.
No cigar. So Adam, what's the reward for winning this tournament?
I feel like you get to do something that nobody else gets to do. which is you get to permanently borrow one book from the library and never have to give it back.
Hmm.
That's an impressive reward,
That's
but
pretty
also
good.
one that Ned does not care about.
And I think at the end of the gathering, Donna has like a small bag of like the most iridescent acorns she could find. So she has like a very meager collection because she's like,
Oh yeah, I should let you roll too. I don't. You didn't have any cheaty things to help you though, or did you?
yeah, I just wanted to find the best acorns.
You found the best acorns.
Yeah, I went for quality over quantity, and
Okay.
quality is not a
So I think-
desirable thing here.
It's not a
Well,
trait we're
Zoom-
looking for.
Right.
We zoom forward, and it is Ned with his huge pile of acorns against Arya with her slightly less huge pile of acorns sitting at the bottom of the library, just playing cards.
And the reason it's called Gloom Owl, what's it called?
Gloom Owl Catch.
Gloom Owl's Catch is because it's supposed to be like owls catching mice. So you have like you're making a bunch of piles of cards. So you start with the ace, and then for each pile you have a hand of cards, and you're supposed to like count up. And then if you draw an ace out of your pile, then you can start a new one, and you're trying to run out of cards in your deck.
Okay.
Cool.
But
I
you don't
feel
take
like-
turns; it's all at once.
I feel like because there's only 2 players, this time the person who won gets the smaller deck, and there's 1 card for every acorn collected. So, how much does Ned care about winning this game? Because you have to play it now. You won the acorn gathering contest.
Well, this is part of the festival, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I gotta win.
yeah.
He's only half won yet.
Yeah, I haven't won yet.
Oh, okay. So you're up against Arya. She's in her like Sunday best, and she's like got her cards. Her hand of cards is like bigger than her hands, and all the other kids are cheering her on, and the grown-ups are watching. So what do you do?
Ned's just mean mugging this small child.
He would.
Just not even saying a word, just straight up evil eyeing this tiny girl.
You want to intimidate them?
Well, I thought it was just gonna be like a gambling check or something.
Yeah, sure. You have gambling. We can do that.
I don't have it, but it's a skill.
You want to learn gambling?
I'm pretty sure gambling is a skill.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, you're not learning enough skills right now. You need 5 more.
Well,
I feel like
clearly,
Anya might have gambling though.
I didn't learn enough skills to earn a trait about it this time, so I gotta try harder for next time.
All right.
Yeah, gambling. Based on will and perception.
All right. So I think Anya's gonna have some gambling skill.
She's a child.
Yeah.
How many
Kids have
skills
skills.
could she possibly even have? She probably has 2 skills, and one of them is gambling. What kind of parents does she have?
The best kind.
I mean, there's a reason that other kids picked her to be playing the card game.
I'm just saying, man. Her parents probably like figure themselves out, because you only get 4 general skill points by the time you're 12 as a villager, and if you're spending any of those on gambling, you probably didn't have a very good childhood.
Are you saying that nearby?
No.
Because it's entirely possible that Anahita is this child's mother.
I mean, I did. That's okay.
I actually haven't decided who Arya's mother is, but it's either Anahita the librarian or Indrani the blacksmith. All right, so we're gonna roll. This kid has, as we've noted, some gambling skill. And I'll go ahead and roll that. Okay, she got a success. Oh, she's got a 6. She's gonna reroll that 6. No! Alright, Obs 1, gambling.
Alright, you snot-nosed kid. What? Why do my rolls keep disappearing?
Karma.
Boom!
It's a tie.
Kid. It is a tie.
Okay,
What I'm gonna use is the Rollins family curse to win the game.
alright.
I'm
If
gonna
you fail,
3 failures.
if you fail, this kid is your, like, grandniece.
But I don't fail. Oh, wait,
Alright.
I get to reroll that 6 again. I super don't fail.
Nice. All right. So yeah, you crush the kid, and she's like, "But I had so many cards," and you're just sitting there. Are you still like staring her? You're muted.
Ned is just laughing at this girl. Yeah, he's just laughing as he wins.
He's like, but cards. And I feel like you get a trophy. And this trophy is like a giant owl carved out of like onyx, and it's worth like 3 cash dice.
Three cash dice?
Yeah.
It's a freaking lot of money, man. All right.
What happens to Dr. Donna in the card game?
Oh, you get to play you get to roll gambling too, don't you?
And now I have a big hand.
I'm sorry. Right, you can roll gambling. We'll see how well you do, but I don't think you're gonna win just because of how uneven it is. But we'll see how well you do.
I have a very big disadvantage because I got together so few acorns.
Yeah.
Gambling. Will and perception.
Yeah, we'll treat this like a graduate test.
Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Yeah, there was no way that was gonna.
Yeah, you lost all your cards last. Like, you're just sitting there with your pile of cards while Ned and the kid, let's go.
It took me several minutes just to find an ace to play. Because I'm just looking over and over and over again, and I just have nothing to play, and I'm waiting for cards to be played.
I think it takes you so long that you're still trying to get rid of cards when Anahita's closing up.
like the game's just over, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
this deck is missing cards. Am I being cheated? And I'm just like double checking.
So
No,
everyone
it's
else,
just unmanageable.
yeah, everyone else is out of the library, like kicked out, and he's like, "Come on."
Now, come on, said I was going to help you clean up in here. I'm here now,
Oh, I don't want to clean up. I want to go to sleep.
but that's my job.
Oh man.
To sleep?
It's like I told listen, you can help in the morning. I know
Maybe
you're a
it's tomorrow
doctor,
morning.
but I don't remember the doctors both having anything against stealing library books.
It's late now, and you won't even wake up tomorrow to eat breakfast, and you're going to just come straight here, and you won't have any time to prepare tomorrow. Just let me clean up in here.
All right, make a persuasion test. Actually, no, because we're still failing forward, right?
Exactly.
In order for you to be allowed, you have to offer some collateral.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the consequences from failing forward.
Mm-hmm. So what would that look like?
I don't know. What do you have of value?
What do you have of value? That's always a question you want to hear, right?
Yeah. I mean, I probably have some overdue library books because Dr. Don is hoarding.
So you're
And
going
I
to
feel
prove you're trustworthy by returning library books
Yes.
that are overdue.
Whether that works or not.
How many library books?
It's a lot of library books.
Are they all of your library books?
I think so.
Did you take good care of these library books?
Yes, absolutely. I didn't
Did you
tear them
write
up
in
or
the
anything.
margins?
No, I did not. I don't think she even read them. I think she just wanted them just to have.
Did they
And intended
smell?
to give them back, but just...
Do they smell like library books?
On the inside, they do. On the outside, they kind of smell like a little chemical-y.
Oh no, they have this oily residue all over them.
Yeah. Little dusty.
I gotta roll a die of fate.
Little ashy.
Ooh, a 3. So she's going through the books. And she picks one up. And there's a piece of paper in it. And you suddenly realize, like, this is a letter that you wrote to her earlier, but were too shy to give her.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I kind of stutter a little bit, and does she read it?
She's going to open the library book. And she picks it up out of the pile, and she's like just about to, like, you know, turn it and see that there's this note stuck in the pages.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Dr. Donna remembers that the notes in there until she kind of sees like the crease in the book where it's occupied, and then she starts kind of like stuttering, like just like hold, but doesn't like efficaciously say anything.
Okay, then Anahita is going to, you know, take the book And like, she's like, we still got stuff stuck in your book. What's going on here?
Mhm.
And she pulls out this letter. Do you want to make a roll regarding this? Do you have any intents regarding this note you wrote her previously?
Yeah, I think I would have wanted Anahita to feel like I very genuinely care about her.
Okay. How many copies of this note are in the book? Like, is this the finished version, or is there like 15 rough drafts in there?
There's 2 very unfinished drafts, and then
Okay.
one that's like written all the way through.
Okay. I'll give you a +2 to. Do you have a writing skill or something like that? Poetry? Anything like that?
Wait. Don't you specifically not have writing, but you do have reading?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna learn
Okay.
things.
Yeah. This is why the notes were never delivered.
Because nobody could ever possibly read them because it's in her horrible doctor writing.
So if you succeed, she will feel emotionally touched and let you stay in the library. If you fail, she can't read them.
Oh, that's good.
And it's just not. You have to leave the library.
I mean, that sounds perfect. That sounds perfect.
Perception and agility. That's what this is based upon. Let's roll.
And wait, what's the obs? What
Something
obs
bad.
2? Obs 2.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Too good.
So she can't read it. She he just throws the papers in like a pile on the desk and goes through, and then she like looks at the library books and she just like just kicks you out.
Mm-hmm. And I just go back to my doctor's office, left with the horrible ambiguity of whether she was actually able to read the letters or not and didn't like what she saw, or if she just couldn't read them.
Yeah. What is Ned and sorry. What does Ned and Ashlyn do that night?
I was thinking we could take a break and then find out.
All right, let's take a break.
Let me get us over to our lovely Acorn Cap tournament screen. And start up the music.